All right, seventh graders, this is to help you with question 7 on CR number 5. The question that Ms. Prue and I came up with is very similar to your question number 5, but not the same. It says solve for x using the order of operations. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is remember your order of operations. So let's just review those real quick. So when you're solving a numerical expression, an expression with a bunch of numbers in it, you have to follow the order of ops, the order of operations. The first thing you need to do is work within parentheses or any grouping symbols, and you have to get a single value within your parentheses. Next step, you have to take care of any exponents. After your parentheses are done, your exponents are done, the next step is to multiply or divide. And that happens left to right. So in a numerical expression, if you're at the step where you have to multiply or divide, it's whatever you hit first, moving left to right. If you hit a division first, you do that before your multiplication. Next step, last step, is to add or subtract. And again, that happens left to right. So it's whatever you hit first when you're at the adding and subtracting. If you hit subtraction first, you subtract. All right, so let's just follow our order of operations. We have to work within parentheses first, so I'm going to go within parentheses. -1 times -3. A negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 3 is 3. Everything else stays the same. I can keep parentheses around that if I feel strongly that I need to. Everything else stays the same. So once I've taken care of inside parentheses, everything else stays the same. That minus sign stays the same. That -4 stays the same. That division stays the same. That 12 stays the same. That plus sign stays the same. That -25 stays the same. So you recopy everything down, and now we look at this problem. We're going to simplify this problem. We took care of our parentheses. We've moved on now to exponents. So I look across. Do I have any exponents? Oh, yes, I do. 3 squared. So off to the side, what does 3 squared mean? 3 squared means 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? Oh, that's 9. So underneath my 3 squared, I write what that is. That's a 9. And guess what? I keep everything else the same. Everything else has to be copied down. Do not be lazy. Do not be lazy. Just copy everything else down. Okay, took care of my exponents. Now I have to multiply or divide left to right. Well, there's only a division here. There's no multiplication. So now I focus in on the division. 12 divided by -4. A positive divided by a negative. Positive divided by a negative is a negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Keep everything else the same. You can keep this addition sign here. You can keep this -25 here. You can keep this minus sign here. You can keep this 9 here. So now we've taken care of our multiplication and division. So now we're going to add or subtract left to right. So I'm moving left to right for addition or subtraction. Oh, yay, I have an addition here. -25 plus a -3. Adding rules. When we're adding, signs are the same. Those are both negative. Signs are the same. Find the sum. Keep the sign. Signs are the same. Means you're going to add them up and keep the sign. 25 and 3 is 28. And I have to keep that negative sign. I only have negatives running around. So then it's 28 minus 9. Now I'm not exactly sure if Miss Van Dyke and Miss Pearson and Miss Sherman, how they're handling subtraction. Some teachers have you change subtraction to addition and change the sign of the number being subtracted and then follow your addition rules. Some just say -28 minus 9. Signs are the same. Find the sum, keep the sign. If you rewrite it this way, signs are the same. Find the sum, keep the sign. So find the sum off to the side, a little scrap work. Find the sum means to add those. So I'll do 28 plus 9. 8 and 9 is 17. 37. So I get a 37 as an answer. But what do I have more of? I only have negatives running around. So my similar problem has an answer of negative 37. I don't know exactly what your answer will come out to be, but that's the process you follow, order of operations, keeping in mind all those integer rules. Hope that helps.